Okay. Back day. Gonna be a quick little intro. I'm going to pick up Anna, so we're carpooling. So I'll be doing my chatting and yip yapping. Yeah, whatever. With her, listen to some music, blah blah blah. Probably gonna be a relatively simple back day. Um, I've been enjoying starting my lifts with those like heavy, kind of yanked momentum, ego, whatever you want to call them, cable rows. So I'll probably do about four-ish working sets with that. I don't know how that feels. I might do some, probably 2 sets-ish, each arm of, what's it called? Like cable, single arm, pull downs. You know, arm in front, kind of underhand, really lat focused. And then, so yeah, probably 2-ish there. The back machine, the kind of like old pin loaded one, I'll show it on there if I remember. I enjoyed doing that for kind of like mid upper back ish. I don't know. I like how that felt. So probably do 3 to 4 sets there. That's what, 8 to 10 sets, something like that. And I'll probably do 2-ish sets of some pullover machine. I might do the pullover machine if that's feeling good. Today, I do like that machine. I just don't like the specific one we have at our gym. And if that's not feeling good, I'll probably just do some type of a cable pullover movement. Really finish off the lats. So yeah, simple. I'll probably do a bit more extra talking at the gym since I'm not really talking here. I'll go pick her up. Bit Alanine really getting in my face. Wow. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the gym and do some back. Oh, we hit 500 subscribers. Quite a large number. But yeah, I'll see you guys there.
Right. Wait, touch on it. 3? Yeah, one more. Wow. Let's go.
I was checking my notifications in between sets, and some of the TikTok comments are making me laugh, but some giggles. But I got to cut that off. A good friend of mine told me that a man should only laugh like once or twice per day. Anything after that is too much, and it's time to get serious. Can't be enjoying yourself too much. Doing some single arm lat pull downs. I'm trying to get my bearings around me and figure out what I got left. So I did 4 sets of that. I did 2 here. to each arm. That'll put me at like 6. I think I did 4 at the last one. Okay, yeah. After this, we're gonna go to that funky old machine. I'm gonna take my hat off so I'm not fucking knocking into my brim. So you guys don't get all the heavy breathing. Actually, I'll put it here for a set. Actually, never mind. That's sweaty as fuck. All right, took a little detour. Somebody came up, introduced themselves. Super nice person, so that's always a cool experience. I switched to, I'm not doing one arm at a time just because I'm just not really enjoying it. I just want to get this last set done and move on to the next movement. So I'm going to do different attachment. Might take me a few reps to figure out what working set I'm doing, but that's what we're doing. So. All right, admittedly, that last set was probably a little heavier than ideal, but we're on to our next thing. So, I'll probably sit here for like in between 3 to 5 sets. We'll see. I might do a set of each grip. Kind of enjoyed that last time. Thank you. Perfect. Woo. Okay. Back. Officially fucked. BOF. Back officially fricked. Let's see. Let's run it down. What did we do? I think I did 4 total sets of the rows. I sometimes enjoy those, sometimes don't. I'm not necessarily the way I'm doing them today. A little bit more yank, a little bit almost like a compound. Really, just if you hit them hard enough and intensely enough, you're gonna build some density in your back doing it that way. But obviously, you could be more precise with it if you're trying to target something more precisely. But nevertheless, following that movement, we moved on to pull downs. I only did 1 set each side of the single arm pull downs with the D handle. And so, yeah, so I did that, and it was reminding me that we have to go pick up our car, but you might want to pull up the directions, but I think I know where I'm going. But yeah, so did 1 set of the pull downs, single arm, then I ended up switching to just like a close grip, neutral / underhand, pull down, or not, attachment, so that I could do both sides at the same time for the last set, just because just wasn't really feeling it. Not in like a, oh, I don't feel like doing my stuff. I could tell my mind was a little bit more looking forward to a different movement, and I got it. So yeah, I improvised. And that's actually something I was having a conversation with. So, oh, would you look at that? Talking point thought of. Let me make sure I don't speak too fast so I'm not rambling and I can not be not literate. What's the word? Enunciate my words. So, improvising with your workout. Conversation I was actually having with somebody that came up to me the other day. He was asking more specifically about like movements to build your quads. And the conversation that the main point I was essentially talking about is not getting so paralyzed by your routine. Obviously, having a workout program or routine is very beneficial. Being able to go into the gym with a, general idea of what you're going to do. That way you're not just, going in fucking raw dogging it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, especially if you're newer to the gym and you don't already have a general layout of, okay, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to do this, this, and this. It can be a little more time efficient if you aren't trying to figure it out as you go. Guys that have been doing the gym for a while and, go to the same gym, they know what equipment they have, they know what they like, they know what stuff works for whatever muscle group they're trying to hit, so they can kind of improvise. But especially when you're new, the routine's obviously useful. But the point is, just as useful as the routine can be, you also want to be able to develop that skill to not be paralyzed by your routine, not that paralysis through analysis, whatever people like to call it. Because today's a great example. I went in there planning to do underhand single arm pull downs for 2 to 3 sets per arm. After the first working set, I feel like that first working set was a good quality set, but I could just tell that mentally I was looking forward to another movement later in my lift. My mind was not as enthusiastic towards finishing off that set, and I could have, stuck to the plan and uh, did exactly what I planned to go in there without any adaptation. And it might not have been, those last 1 to 2 sets might not have been as intense or as, all ass as ideal. And so what did I do? I thought, all right, I know I still want to do an underhand session to rip pull down movement. I want to target my lats. Uh, I'm not really, feeling enthusiastic towards this movement. What's something that, is, uh, what do I fancy right now? Quiet. Uh, but, uh, so, I mean, in the same sense of like, a good analogy would be, you have your meal plan, you know what you need to eat. You eat the same stuff every day. Let's say if you're bulking, and so, bulking sometimes meals can be a little harder to put down because it's a large amount of food for the day. Let's say you're on your fourth meal and it's always, this amount of rice, chicken, and yeah, rice and chicken. And, you're just feeling, just leading up to that meal, you're feeling sick, not even wanting to eat it. Uh, and you're like, man, I wish I could have this. You really want some cereal. There's nothing wrong with, having a little ability to adapt. Like, all right, God, I got a hair in my mouth. Your meal is rice and chicken. Okay, you're not feeling it. You're kind of craving some cereal. Get your carbs through a nice low-fat cereal. Frosted Flakes are great. Fruity Pebbles are great. Um, and get a nice clean protein shake in to substitute that protein source of the chicken. Boom, adapted on the fly. Uh, and people say bodybuilders aren't smart. Look at that. That's fucking problem solving right there. Uh, so same thing with the lift. I have this set that's coming up. I know what I need to essentially get done with it. I gotta really target my lats with a pull down style movement. But I'm not really looking forward to the actual food choice, the movement choice of it. Um, I'll wait for you to. I'll just wait by your car. And so I changed my food source. I chose a different movement that's going to get the same thing done. And I enjoyed it a little bit more, and it got that same volume in for that, movement pattern and muscle group that we were trying to target. And it got it done in a way that allowed me to put in a efficient amount of, effort and intensity. And that's what you got to do sometimes to be able to just make things work, really. I mean, I feel like I'm sitting here trying to explain this in more depth than is really necessary. In the end, it can be put simply. If you're doing your leg day and you're being quad focused and you go in there planning to do let's say a hack squat, leg extensions, and leg press for your quads, and you start warming up on the hack squat and you're just like, God, you're just not enjoying it, and mentally you're really looking forward to leg extensions, fuck it, swap some of that volume, or even just get rid of the hack squat as a whole for that day and just throw all that volume into leg extensions. If that's really what you're looking forward to, and you feel that you're going to be able to put a lot more intensity and a lot more effort into that leg extension set, or the extra leg extension sets, than into the hack squat, then that's probably going to be more productive for that day. You're gonna have assholes that are gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, but you need the squat pattern movement. You need this. You need to have that." You're trying to grow your quads. You could get super nitpicky about it, sure, but it's one day of adapting on the fly. And would you rather have 4 sets of half-assed effort with an optimal movement, and then 4 sets of leg extensions with great effort, or have 8 total sets of a less optimal movement of leg extensions, but have some fucking whole ass effort into that? I know what I'm picking. Um, yeah, I talk about it a lot. Uh, there's a value to uh, what's optimal and what's the right choice, and there's a value to enjoyability. Neither should necessarily overtake the other. It's a balance. It's not black and white. There's gray area. Uh, um, yeah. So there's gray area to it. It's not as simply put as people like to think, in the sense of, oh, everything has to be so by the book and textbook and science based and optimal. Like, yes, there's a huge value to structuring your lifts with that understanding, but it's no different than, if I'm allergic to chicken and rice, no matter how fucking great of a food source choice chicken and rice can be, if I'm allergic to it, I'm allergic to it. If I'm not enjoying putting that in my mouth, I'm not going to be able to make it work. And so you got to balance what's ideal and what's textbook with what you're going to be able to adhere to a good percentage of the time. You're going to be able to go in and get it done all the time. You're going to go in and get it done well. If you have a meal plan that you fucking hate, you're probably going to miss most of your meals and not stay on it. If you have a workout that you fucking hate, you're probably going to half-ass your workout. And I would rather, you take a dude that's, lifting at home in his garage with fucking cement blocks and rocks from his backyard and logs, but he absolutely loves the lifts that he's doing, and he's doing it like his life depends on it. He's going to surpass the guy that's in a gym with all the great equipment and all the great movement choices that doesn't give a shit and is half-assing all his sets. So find the shit that you enjoy, learn the knowledge about the sport and about the movements, apply that knowledge so that you're working smarter and not harder, but simultaneously do so in a manner that is enjoyable so that you're being effective. It's like, it's that quote of Arnold about how the reporter talks about, they ask him, everybody else in here, they seem pissed off to death to do another set, do another rep, and you're smiling. And his response is, I'm smiling because I love being in here. I love working out. I know that every rep that I do, every push-up, every sit-up is giving me one step closer to my goal. Not the same premise of the point that I'm trying to make. The point is, if you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to get it done. You're going to get it done well, and you're going to get it done consistently. If you don't enjoy it, doesn't matter how great of a plan you have. Nobody can make you put in the effort. Only you can. So, all right. That's a 12-minute yap about all that. Yeah. That's that. I'll be home in like a minute. Oh, perfect timing. All right. I guess that's the video. See you guys.